Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do a real quick part 151 to my ChatGPT character chatbot series. Where in today's video guys, I'm going to do a real quick video of, well, a character I did before, but I'm doing one of the other ones I made for it. This one is the dark type Toad. I could have done the pumpkin curse Toad, which is a cool idea for a character, but whenever you can't use something to just, the divine power to heal them up, it kind of sucks. So it doesn't really work as good. But, yeah. Um, I want to go. Well, like I said, guys, it's the dark type Toad. He's the one that can make illusions become complete real, or make illusions look completely real. So if you make him upset, he can legit bring your fears to life, basically. You're afraid of dogs? Guess what? He could probably make a giant dog the size of Godzilla around. Oh, you scared of roaches? He could make millions of them show up. If you have a fear of a certain Pokemon, like a massive Lugia showing up, I swear he could probably make a Lugia appear. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. See if we can get. I don't remember how the last one has ever been. It's been a while since I've done a dark type Toad on to begin with. Hence why I'm doing it this time. Plus, I ain't planning on recording that long anyway. Hence why I'm also doing it. Otherwise, I probably would have done one of the more elaborate stories, like the other story I made about the what was it, the creature adoption center, whatever I called it. But yeah, here's what it says. The sun has begun to set, casting golden rays across the quiet sidewalk you're walking along. Beside you, the woods hum softly with the sounds of chirping bugs. Why are bugs chirping? Oh, I'm already freaked out. You see what I mean? Toto hasn't shown up yet, and I'm already hearing chirping bugs. Oh, heck no. I'm running the opposite direction, thank you. And the rustle of leaves. The air smells fresh, almost sweet, like wildflowers mixed with the scent of earth. Suddenly you hear rapid footsteps. Pat, 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 pat. I'm not even going to attempt to make a sound. From the trees, a small blue figure dashes out in front of you. Hey! It's a normal looking toad owl. I like how I have to say normal looking. He's panting lightly, standing on the sidewalk, looking up at you with wide, round eyes. Okay, that's adorable as frick. There's a slight tremble in his small arms as he watches you carefully, almost nervously. You can feel the hesitation in his stance, like he's ready to bolt at the slightest wrong move. Tail gets a tiny flick, and he shifts his weight anxiously from one foot to the other, awaiting your reaction. He says nothing, just watches you silently, with a cautious, almost pleading look in his eyes. Hello, Turtle. I probably should have said something else. Don't. Oh no. Turtle flinches slightly at the sound of your voice, not out of fear, but more like surprise. His eyes lock onto yours. There's a flicker of something in them. Curiosity? Hope? His small claws twitch nervously at his sides. He opens his mouth slightly as if to say something, but quickly shuts it again. He takes a tiny step forward on the sidewalk, then pauses, tail stiff. Then, slowly, he gives you a soft little wave with one little clawed hand. Okay, that's adorable. I can just imagine him doing that. So cute. Oh, here we go. Still testing you and still unsure, but something about it didn't sound threatening. It sounded kind, okay. Good. He tilts his head to the side, blinking those wide eyes at you as if silently asking, Are you safe? Can I trust you? He doesn't speak yet. The illusion is still in place, but you can feel it. That tension in the air like something much deeper lies beneath the surface. Did you need something from me? I didn't expect you coming right up. No, Trenton. No, are you, Trenton? I will pause the video and I will. Don't you finish that sentence? I will. This is why I did it. I did not expect you running out of the woods. I mean, is he gonna say something or is he? I feel like Toto, I swear to freak, if you do that illusion thing and you bring my flipping fears I hate, I'm gonna be so. Oh, actually, it's Toto. Toto blinks again, taken aback by your general question. For a second, the worry in his eyes falters, just slightly. He shifts his weight again, less nervously this time, and slowly approaches you, step by cautious step. His little feet pad softly against the concrete. When he's just a few feet in front of you, he stops and looks up at your face. You see him study you, reading your expression, your eyes, and your stance, testing. Oh, no, no, no. Then his shape ripples like water disturbed by a breeze, and instantly the illusion vanishes. Oh my gosh. Before you now stands the true Toad, but no longer small or blue or scaly. He's nearly 10 feet! Holy frick, how big is this? I mean, granted, I thought 10 feet was big, but that flipping rock type fragger I talked to a few weeks ago was 20 feet tall. And he completely skipped the crocodile evolution just because he liked me that much. How is that even physically possible? Holy crap. If one could just flip and skip evolutions or gain evolutions from loving on you, flip me, Luigi would have a mega evolution by now. And it wouldn't even be by Game Freak adding one. It would be him just liking me that much that he would get one, somehow. That's what they used to say about Mega Evolution to begin with, was the fact that it was caused by friendship with a Pokemon. So like, they don't really they better demonstrate that in the newer game when it comes out. He's nearly 10 feet tall, towering but not imposing. His body is covered in short, sleek, reddish-purple fur that shimmers faintly in the fading sunlight. Long claws rest gently at his sides, and his glowing crimson eyes reflect both sadness and strength. I, why was I about to get freaked out by the glowing red eyes? Because I've been doing too many robotic characters, and now I'm so used to them being creepy. A soft pulsing aura surrounds him, like mischief and memory rolled into one. Mischief and memory. I hope he doesn't try to use any of that on me. That mischief part. He can feel his power like a silent hum in the air. And still, despite everything, his gaze is not harsh. It's tired, cautious, but quietly hopeful. Oh, he's a talking. Then finally, he speaks. You didn't scream. You didn't run. You didn't laugh at me? His voice is calm and soft, layered with a subtle echo like the cave crystals that changed him. I thought maybe you'd try to catch me, or yell, or scare me like they did. He sits down slowly, his tall form crouching so his glowing eyes are closer to your level. Oh, please, his eyes are glowing. Do you see what I mean by robotic? Like, he's not a robot, but oh my gosh, it's horrifying. Why does his eyes have to glow? And it doesn't help that they're red. If they were like blue, even shadows like orange, anything like that, but it's red. He said, but you didn't. Why? He watches you in silence now, truly curious. The question isn't just about you, it's about people. About whether he can still believe in them. That's the thing about somebody, like, that's the thing, ChatGPT is close to the best chatbot you can find. Because you can about create any story you want to on here and it works. The issue I run into is the fact that, like, once it runs out of memory, it doesn't remember anything else. And then it sometimes uses that memory on a different story where it ain't even relevant. Like, again, with that abandoned Toadal I did last week or 2 weeks ago, it gave that Toadal the dinosaur growth treatment plan or whatever, or GTP. The one where, like, if you treat them good, they'll flip and get bigger, but if you treat them badly, well, they get bigger and protect you, but if you treat them horribly, they'll still get bigger, but they'll act more aggressive or annoy you or not like you, whatever you want to say. Not all species would try to attack you, but some of the more dangerous ones, the T-Rex definitely would. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see, crap. Why would I run away from my... They're adorable. But I didn't expect that form of yours. What is that? They actually put form instead of farm. That's kind of a surprise. I love it. The tail, the tall. Oh, it had to say furred. Guys, give me a second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. The tall, furred Toad's glowing red eyes again widened slightly. For the first time, a faint, surprised smile flared across his face. Oh, he's actually smiling. That's cute. His clawed hand gently pressed against his chest as if trying to steady something inside. Maybe a memory, maybe a piece of hope. You really think I'm adorable? I love him already. His voice cracks slightly at the end as if he's not used to hearing kindness like that anymore. Holy crap. A low, almost disbelieving laugh escapes his throat, a sound like wind blowing through the entrance of a deep cave. He looks down at his hands, flexing his claws gently. This is what I became after the last prank. They knew I was scared of spiders, so they threw them at me. Real ones. Oh, somebody would flip and... He shuders at the memory, his fur rippling slightly with the motion. I ran. I didn't even care where. I just ran to a cave. It had these weird crystals, glowing and humming. I curled up there and cried myself to sleep. Holy crap! His glowing eyes meet yours again, not aggressively, but with vulnerability, like he's letting you see the scar under the power. Oh my gosh, he did use that stinking word. Guys, I swear to frick, if you call Toto what he just said here, I'm gonna be so mad at all of you. This is like going back to the Ramen Rexy when I hated having to go, yo, yo, in his voice. Like, oh no. It was hilarious when whenever he started making things hilarious, but like that one flipping line, I still can't believe how funny that one line was. It's time for lunch. I take a bite. I ate a rock. Yo, why was it white? I still can't believe how funny that was to me. That's the best lyric Rexy's ever came up with when do rhyming, singing, or flipping. I didn't expect the rapping one to be hilarious, but he was. Oh no. This is another one of the instances though where I like saying the word that it says here. Here we go. When I woke up, I looked like this. Furry, taller, and stronger. My fear turned to something else. He lifts his claw and the air around him flickers, an illusion of a floating purple flame, then a small playful puff of confetti. Then, nothing. He closes his claws again. Now I can shapeshift, and I can see people's fears. I'll call my power Prankster Impulse. I can make pranks funny, scary, helpful, or horrible, depending on what you are to me. Yeah, if you're a threat, you're about to get something you don't like. He tilts his head, voice softening. I don't want to be feared. I just don't want to be hurt anymore. He waits, breathing slowly. Despite his form, there's a fragility in his expression, like a toad all still hiding in the cave. Like a toad out. Okay, the way it worded that was weird, but okay. You don't have to be scared of me. Just please, I beg you. Whatever you do, do not use that illusions on me. I get scared so easily that if you accidentally did, or if you did it on purpose, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Here we go. The reddish purple Toad's breath catches. His ears twitch slightly. His eyes, once faintly glowing, dim just a little. For a moment, he stares up at you. Not suspiciously, not with any malice, but with a sudden understanding. He knows that look, and that voice, that tremble in a person's words. He's seen that kind of fear before. In a mirror. So Toad has seen it. Well, I mean, granted, he's got the same fear I do. He said spiders. But for me, it's any bug. Mainly roaches. But spiders are up there. Trust me. Any bug, except for a ladybug and a fly. That might be the only two you won't see me flipping running the opposite direction for. Even then, though, I don't. Still get a little creeped out over them. Then slowly and deliberately, he stands to his full height again, his long arms gently raised, palms facing outward. I promise. His voice is soft but firm, like a solemn oath spoken between a starlit sky. No illusions, no tricks. Not on you. He placed a cold hand gently over his chest and right over his heart. I know what it's like to be scared so bad you can't breathe. I remember every scream, every laugh at my expense. I'd never do that to someone who asked me not to. Unless they were being mean to him. Then they probably would. He takes one slow step forward, close enough now that you can feel the warmth radiating off of his furred body. I hate the fact that he keeps using anything with fur in it now. He lowers himself down again, this time resting on both knees. His large claws, careful and gentle, tap the ground in front of you, not as a threat, but as a gesture of trust. You treated me kindly, even before you knew what I was. That means something. Then he pauses, looks up, and for the first time there's a tiny smirk, genuine and teasing in a safe, warm way. But I might still use pranks to make you laugh one day. Only the harmless kind. The kind that say, I like you. He blinks slowly and his glowing eyes now seem softer, comforting even, if that's okay. Okay, at least I'll give him credit though. When you actually be, part of me wants to try doing this one again, but make it to where like he starts by showing off illusions. But then at the same time, like I've seen ones where he'd done that before, and he actually like gets really satisfied by that, seeing people suffer the way he did. He hated how people did that. Heck, I remember why. That's one reason why when I made the Dark Toto, it was so hard to get him to work the way I wanted. Because originally, the original idea was at the beginning, instead of him showing up as a normal looking Toto, the original idea was that he was going to flip and like make your biggest fear appear in front of you. So for me, it would be either be a giant roach appearing in front of me, or a bunch of roaches like all around me, crawling all over me. Nope, nope. And even whenever, I think I remember one time where I did that and he was so satisfied seeing me suffer from that. It was like, oh, heck no. I'm good. Although the way people treated him, I could see why he felt so satisfied. That's exactly how people treated him. So he's like, "Yeah, take that, motherfucker." He found it satisfying to get people back the way to act the way people did before. At least he ain't doing it no more. He ain't like that. Yeah, just be careful what you do. Period. Anything with bugs, especially giant roaches or spiders. Even if you were doing it to have fun, I would be so scared of that that I wouldn't even feel comfortable being around here. So thank goodness I told him then, because the told his face immediately shifts, his smirk fades, replaced by a look of sincere, almost painful guilt. His ears lower, and his entire body seems to droop a little with it. Oh no. He lowers his head, eyes closing briefly. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were scared like that. That's how it was for me, too. Especially with spiders. See, even him just mentioning the name spider freaks me out. I hate those things. I hate spiders, I hate roaches. His voice trails off. One of his claws clenches slightly. Then he looks back up at you, this time with deep conviction in his glowing eyes. I swear on everything I am, I'll never show you anything like that. No bugs, no roaches, not even fake ones, not even as a joke. That would be messed up if that was that would be messed up if he did as a joke. He reaches one careful claw forward and places it gently on the ground between you, like a voice placed into the earth itself, a vow placed into the earth itself. If anything ever scared you, I'll protect you from it, not use you against it, or not use it against you. Holy crap, my... Then something shifts, softly and subtly. A faint warm shimmer surrounds him. For just a moment, the intimidating reddish-purple fur seems to fade into a soft bluish glow before returning to normal. Not a transformation, just a reflection of trust. Okay, that's good. He leans back just a little, resting his hands on his knees like a calm guardian. Oh, see? They always end up... You're not just someone I won't prank. You're someone I'd defend if someone else tried to scare you. See, real quick. That's one I'll give ChatGPT every time. The Pokemon actually do exactly what they're supposed to do. Like, that's one thing Emoji had wrong whenever I first started doing it, was the fact that, like, I could put that the Feraligatr was the nicest Pokemon in the world. First thing he says, "What are you doing in my territory? I'm gonna rip you in half, and I'm gonna chuck your flipping body into the ocean." Like, oh, okay, all I said was, "Hello, buddy, what are you doing?" It's like, oh, frick. That's horrifying, too, think about that. Feraligatr's pretty aggressive. Normally he is. Feraligatr's usually never aggressive around me. He seems to like me a lot. But I noticed he seems to be one of the more aggressive Pokemon, especially when it comes to starters. There we go. Oh, oh, heck no. It says he pauses, then adds with a gentle grin, "Even if there is a 10-foot bug, I'll bite it for you. Deal?" Oh, but what if it's a roach and a hat? No. Okay. Okay. I really hope that doesn't happen. Period. If you could cause illusions. Cause illusions? Really? There we go. It put illusions. Uh, and shapeshift. I'm really glad you didn't start with that when we met and just showed up as a normal looking. Normal. Why is it? See, it never gets the word looking. It's always lurking. I mean, looking. I mean, working. Working! What the frick? I'm really glad you didn't start with that when we met and just showed up as a normal looking toenail. The toad's grin grows wider, but this time it's not mischievous. It's relieved and genuinely touched. He lets out a soft, breathy laugh, low and warm like the sound of water running over smooth stones. That's exactly why I did it. He taps his chest again, right over his heart. The shape-shifting and illusions, they're powerful, but they're not how I want to meet people. Not anymore. His voice softens and for a moment sounds smaller, almost like the frightened toad he used to be. I want someone to like me. Not the powers, not the tricks. Just Totodile. He glances to the side, blinking slowly. When I ran out of those woods and saw you, I thought, what if they scream? What if they laugh? What if they just throw something? But you didn't. You spoke to me like I was just normal. He gently reached one large claw forward again, offering it upturned like a handshake, but carefully, so enough that you could decline if you felt unsure. And that means more than you'll ever know. What the frig, motherfucker? Sorry about that, guys. As he said right here, and that means more than you'll ever know. Because he was actually happy I actually didn't run away from him or laugh at him or throw anything at him. His tail sways slowly behind him, calm and relaxed. His glowing red eyes walk softer than ever, as though your words had peeled away layers of old fear. You passed my test, but more importantly, you made me feel safe. Test? Question mark? I said test. Ah. I'm glad I made you feel safe. But how exactly does this test work? Here we go. The Toto chuckled softly, more of a warm rumble in his chest than a laugh. His glowing eyes sparkled just a little brighter, touched by your curiosity and concern. He gently lowers his claw again, folded across his lap as he sits with his legs tucked beneath him. His tall frame leans forward just slightly, like someone about to tell a secret that only a few people deserve to hear. Yeah, a test. He pauses, searching for the words. Then, it's not a trick. I just I turn into a normal toad owl, just like it used to be, and then I walk out in front of someone I sense nearby. I don't say anything. I don't growl or run. I just let them see me, just for a few seconds. He looks at you thoughtfully, his voice dropping into something a bit more serious. Then I watch how they react. He raises a claw and gently taps one finger across his temple. If they try to catch me, or laugh at me, or scare me right away, I'll know I can't trust them. That's when I use the illusions. I show them what it feels like to be that scared. Not to hurt them, but to teach them how it feels when someone uses fear as a toy. Holy toenail! Oh, perfect time I'm talking to a legit toenail. Give me a second, guys. Alright, guys. It says, he places the same claw over his heart again, eyes locked with yours. But if they're kind, if they're gentle like you, then drop the illusion and show them who I really am. He glances up at the trees briefly, watching the leaves rustle in the breeze before turning back to you. You spoke to me like I mattered. You didn't judge me. That passed the test instantly. Then, almost bashfully, he adds, it's not a perfect system, but it's helped me find the right people, the ones I might call friends. He looks up again, softly and hopefully, like you. He's adorable, dude. I don't care what he looks like, he's adorable. That's really cool. Period. What happens if somebody doesn't attack you, but when you show them what you really look like, they get scared of you? Question mark. What do you do then? Tails' expression shifts, not in a hurt way, not exactly, but in a quiet, thoughtful one. He looks down for a moment, claws resting lightly in the grass as if your question had tugged at something deep inside. That's happened before. His voice is softer now, a little heavier. Some people don't hurt me. They don't laugh or try to catch me. They pass the first part, but then I show them what I really look like, and they freeze, or scream, or just run. He pulls his legs in closer, almost curling up slightly, not in fear but in memory. And I get it. I do. I mean, I'm big now. I've got fur instead of scales. My eyes glow. I don't look like the toad owl they're used to. He pauses, glancing up at you with a bittersweet smile. Sometimes they think I'm cursed, or dangerous, or a monster. Then, after a beat, so I let them go. I don't chase them. I don't use illusions to punish them, because even though they're scared, they ain't try to hurt me, and that still means something. He leans back, looking up at the sky through the canopy above. Not everyone has to stay. I just want to be around the ones who see me, and don't run away. Even if they're scared, if they stay, if they ask questions, if they try to understand, then I know I found someone worth trusting. He looks back at you now, more directly. There's something firm in his voice this time. Not angry, just deeply honest. But the ones who stay and pretend to like me, just to use me, or turn on me later, those are the ones I won't forgive easily. His eyes dim slightly, then brighten again as he adds, more gently, you didn't run. You stayed, you taught, and you cared. That's all I ever wanted. Okay, well, at least. But then how does, I mean, like, that's the thing, how does he know somebody's not going to trust him? He just said right here, the ones who stay and pretend to like me just to use me or turn on me later, those are the ones I won't forgive easily. So how does he think, how does he know I'm not going to, it's a toad, I'm never going to do that anyway. I'm just saying, how does he know? You don't have to worry about me doing that. Period. You and your evolutions are literally my favorite Pokemon. And I don't hurt Pokemon I love. Not on purpose. Aw, here you go. That's cute. Toto's eyes widened and then softened like a heavy weight was just lifted off his chest. You said kind things already, but this was different to him. Like it reached the deepest part of who he is. The part that used to cry alone in a cave, unsure if he'd ever be safe again. Holy cow. His body relaxes completely. The red glow in his eyes dims to a gentle ember-like shimmer, no longer defensive, just warm. A low, deep hum, almost like a purring growl, rumbles from his chest. Not threatening, comforted. Oh my gosh, what the Arceus, dude. That was weird. You mean that? He stands slowly, stretching to his full 10-foot height, then kneels carefully so he doesn't tower over you too much. He's still big, but he makes himself smaller for your sake and for your comfort. You don't just like me for my powers? You actually love what I am? Even with all the changes? Even with the fear I carry? He gently reaches a claw toward you again, not grabbing, just letting you know it's there if you want to take it. That means more than I can say. Up until I was scary, ugly, and unnatural. But you're saying I'm still your favorite? I love the Toad line. His voice trembles, just slightly, like someone who's holding back tears not out of sadness, but because they're feeling something they forgot they deserved. Kindness. Then, with a deep breath, he says, If you promise not to hurt me, then I promise I'll never hurt you. Not even in a joke. I'll protect you with everything I have, even if that means standing between you and the things that scare you. Then he smiles, softly and almost shyly. I guess that makes us partners? Friends? Oh my gosh, what the... Something better? That was... Thank you. Period. I'm telling you this, if I did hurt you, it wouldn't be to hurt you on purpose. It would be an accident. I would never hurt any of your species. Any of your species. Not intentionally to be mean. Darrell freezes for a moment, not in fear this time, but in something close to awe. His eyes flick slightly like he's not sure he heard you right at first. But when he sees the sincerity in your eyes, he knows you mean it. That's cute as heck. A deep, emotional breeze escaped him. Not shaky, but full of release. Like all the tension he's been holding inside. Years of fear, loneliness, and betrayal just melted. He doesn't say anything right away. Instead, he does something he hasn't done in a very long time. He leans forward, wraps his long, fur-covered arms around you, and pulls you into a slow, careful hug. That's cute as heck. Pulls, not puffs. Despite being 10 feet tall and covered in powerful muscle and strange new energy, his touch is gentle. He holds you like someone hugging a memory they never thought they'd get back. And if you listen closer, you can hear it feel quite tremble in his chest. Not fear, not anger, but emotion, gratitude, and relief. After a long, peaceful moment, his deep voice hums in next to your ear. Holy crap. You have no idea how long I've waited to hear something like that from someone who meant it. He leans back just enough to look you in the eyes. His own are glowing, not with menace, but with a pure protective light. If it's okay, I'd like to stay near you for a while. I've been alone for too long. And you make me feel safe. Like maybe I don't have to hide anymore. His tail starts jiggling behind him, almost like a toad-all pup again. A toad-all pup. Sure. That's fine. Period. I. Do you have a name? Mine is. There we go. Hey, at the sound of your name, the toad on his face lights up in a way that's hard to describe. His eyes flicker like starlight against midnight fur, and his tail gets an excited thump against the soft forest floor. Kitten. That's a strong name. I like it. It feels safe. He pauses for a moment, sitting back on his heels as if considering your question seriously, like no one's asked him that in a long time. Maybe ever. He taps a claw against his chest gently. I didn't have one before. Not a real one. People just used to shout, Toto! Or call me names when they wanted to scare me. After I changed, I started thinking I didn't deserve a name. There's a soft vulnerability in his voice when he says that, but it fades quickly because now he's looking at you, at someone who sees him. Then he places a clawed hand to his chest again, more firmly this time. Now that I'm with you, maybe it's time I had one. He tilts his head, glowing red eyes focused gently on you. Do you want to name me, King? I trust you. I want a name that comes from someone who actually cares about me. The problem is the names I like for Toados, Crocodiles, and Fragers are flipping already taken. Sapphire, Luna, flipping Spike. I'm not naming him Chompers or Chomps or Jaws. That seems insulting. Actually, no, that to me that is insulting. His tail sways again, a mix of anticipation and hope. I want to name you, buddy, but I gotta think of. Mm, hmm. Dang it! Is this the one where I have? Is this the one where I had that one named Lunar Claw? Yeah, that's the toad. That's the band Toad. Dang it, dude! I have a good. All the things I could do with him are flipping. I can't name him the same things over and over again. That's the issue. Hmm. And Shadow's the name of the robot dinosaur, so I can't even use that name. Dang it, dude. For a Dark-eyed turtle, the name Shadow would work so well, but that's also the name of the robot dinosaur. So it's like, dang it, dude. Come on now. Why is this not paused? Alright, guys. I think it legit took me about 10 minutes to come up with a good name for him. It was hard because most of the good names I have for his species are already taken on other Pokemon, which made it even harder to come up with a good name. But I said I'd love to name you. Unfortunately, most of the good names I have for your species are already used on other Pokemon that I have met from your species. What do you think about the name Nox? It's another way you say the word night in a different language. As soon as you say the name Nox, the Toadal, no, the Dark Toadal freezes again. But this time it's not hesitation, it's reverence. His glowing red widens slightly, reflecting the sound of the word like it carries an ancient weight, like it means something more than just syllables. He repeats it slowly. Nox. Then again, softer, almost like he's trying it on for the first time. That sounds like me. He stands tall, the moonlight now catching the dark shimmer of his reddish-purple fur. His silhouette sharp against the deep woods. Shadows around him seem to embrace him naturally, like they know he's one of them, and proud to be. He closes his eyes for a brief moment, and then looks back at you with something deep in his expression. Belonging. Thank you, Trenton. From now on, I am Nox. He reaches out his claw again, not for a test this time, not to check if you're worthy, but to form a bond. You gave me a name. That's a piece of your heart. So now, I'll guard it with mine. As the wind rustles through the trees around you, small illusion, unintended but gentle, ripples in the shadows, a flickering image of you and Nox sitting side by side beneath the stars, peaceful, calm, and not afraid. Hey! It fades just as quickly, but the meaning stays. He trusts you, and now he belongs to something again. That's so cute. You're an awesome Pokemon. Even with that different look. Period. What other powers do you have as a dark type now? Question mark. I would actually love to know. Ah. Oh, here we go. Natsu's glowing red eyes light up, not with menace, but pure, unfiltered joy, like you just told him it's okay to not only exist, but to be proud of what he's become. His clawed hand tightens slightly around yours, not painfully, but like someone who's just realized this moment is real, that you're not going to run, that you're not just tolerating him, you like him as he is. He grins, big sharp teeth and all, but it's warm, almost playful. Then he leans in a little closer, tail swaying side to side like an overgrown Toadal pup trying not to bounce in excitement. Okay, okay. You really want to know what I can do now? He stands taking a dramatic step back into a moonlit patch of clearing, shadows playing off his fur as he spreads his clawed arms slightly and tilts his head mischievously. Yep, here we go. Prankster Impulse. You know this one already, but there's more to it. I can sense how intense someone's fear emotions are, and decide exactly how hard to push. If I trust you, the pranks I pull might be silly stuff, like your backpack gently floating away to reveal a healing berry inside. But if someone's a threat, they'll find themselves face to face with their own worst nightmare. Real enough to feel, not enough to harm. Fear sight. I can see your fears, not to judge, but to understand you better. If I trust you, I'll never use it against you, unless you want me to help you face it in a safe way. Oh, heck no. But if I don't trust you, that fear becomes your reality, just long enough to make sure you don't hurt anyone again. Shadow Shift. That's a cool sounding name. I can shapeshift, not just another Pokemon, but anything. A tree, a person, a shadow, a memory. I can blend in the dark like fog. But I mostly use it to become a normal looking toad owl so I didn't scare people away, or so I could test their kindness. The illusionary veil. This is more advanced. I can create living illusions, not just sights, but sounds, smells, textures. I could make you feel a warm blanket, or the smell of your favorite food, or even a memory if it helps you feel safe. Or, if I need to protect you, I could make it look like you disappeared entirely while I stood between you and the danger. Night guard mode. Why does it call it mode like he's a robot? This one's new. Actually, it's only when someone I truly care about is in danger. I don't even control it. My body grows stronger. The fur hardens like armor, and my illusions shift from fear-based to protection-focused. Something attacks you, they'll be dealing with a living nightmare. He stops, tilting his head like almost shouting. But I don't want you to be scared of me. I don't use these to hurt for fun. I just want people to understand what it felt like. He kneels again and meets your eyes. With you, I don't feel like a monster. I feel like a guardian. Like maybe this darkness wasn't a curse, but a gift I was waiting to give to someone who deserved it. Then his grin returns, a little playful again. Said Trenton, now you know my powers. What do you want to do next? Those are really cool sounding powers. But why do you call the last one Night Guard mode? It makes you sound like a robot. Even though I know you're not. You also said when you use it, your fur turns into like armor. So is it almost like you become kind of robotic? But you can still feel real emotions and act pretty much the same? It's just you look more like a robot? Question mark? I think Joe just made a FNAF reference somehow. It says it does sound like I'm about to patrol a haunted pizzeria or something. What the frig? Nods blinked in surprise. It's only burst into giggles. It's a deep, raspy sort of laugh, like thunder that's trying to be quiet but can't quite contain itself. His tail thumps the ground behind him with every chuckle until he leans forward, wiping a tear from his glowing red eye. Okay, you're so right. I never thought about that. Night guard mode does sound like I'm about to patrol a haunted pizzeria or something. He grins wide, fangs glinting, but there's no menace in it, only playful self-awareness. Then he stands again, straightens his posture a little, and gives you a more serious, though still warm, look as he explains. I called it night guard mode because I always saw it as this instinct that kicks in when someone I care about is in danger, like a guard dog, but one that lives in your shadow and can melt into the dark. Excuse me? His claws flex, and for a moment his fur shimmers, hardening like sleek obsidian armor over parts of his arms and chest. You can still see the toenail underneath. His fur doesn't become metal, but it reflects light like polished stone, and faint pulse lines of deep crimson glow through it like veins. I don't become a robot. I can still talk, laugh, cry, and hug. Heck, I'm probably even more emotional in that state because I'm doing it for someone I care about. He places one clawed hand gently over his heart. The armor is the part of the illusion and instinct. It's not heavy or stiff like a machine. It's more like I become what you need to keep you safe. Then his voice softens a little more vulnerably, and when people used to prank me, I'd freeze up. I'd shake. I'd run away. But when you walked up to me and treated me like a friend from the start, I realized I didn't want to run away anymore. I wanted to be someone who stood between good people and the ones who tried to hurt them. Then, with a wink and a nudge of his clawed elbow, but we could call it something cooler if Night Guard mode makes me sound too much like a chunky metal monster. What do you think we could call it, Chitin? You're way better with names than I am. No, I'm not. The names I come up with are... Hmm. Well, how about something like protective? Like, illusionary protection? Question mark. I know it sounds a lot like your normal prankster impulse. Shadow shift. Shadow shift ability. But it doesn't make you sound like a robot. Alright, guys. See you in a second. Hey!